Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Almost one.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. 15.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Cover 2 out here, fellas. Cover 2 out here. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll have a first down past the 40.
Hey, call a helicopter. He's out of here. Let's go.
He takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0
Let's
KC.
go, baby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
Get down there.
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and the magnitude of this game,
no running going on here.
The
I'm
fans,
telling you
obviously
now.
The players and coaches,
I'm telling you
just
now.
within the
I'm telling you
right
now.
now. They know they control their own destiny.
Let's go.
And you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Yeah.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, watch the inside.
On 3rd and 2, Jones.
Let's go, back. Let's go.
Intercepted.
Let's go, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
No, he's playing out here.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League.
#1 defense in the football league,
They set an
nigga.
aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Man,
This
it's
becomes a
running
pretty
big,
important
bro.
drive,
I
doesn't
don't
it?
care what side you go to, hold and bring it back.
They
Get
have a
out here.
script to start the ball
What's
game.
up, face,
And
man?
typically
Get
those
out
scripts
of
go
here.
between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual.
Thank you.
My bad. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Let's go, nigga. Oh, no, who you think you're playing against?
Plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it
no
before
idea.
For NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, back him up.
Back him up. Tailback. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. Quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20.
A beastie, baby.
Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Until you when you play this franchise, you play against these Chiefs,
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard.
I warned you.
It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead.
You.
And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. What you got? What you got, nigga? Okay, come on out in there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. 3 and out here.
That's not going nowhere.
This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have
that's some extra blocking. That's
but
cool.
You also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Jones escaping the and he can't find anywhere.
Oh, that rolling out the pocket, bro. We not going for that. I'm sorry.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm sorry, but we ain't going for that.
They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their
not at all. Hey, yo, that defense biting.
21-0 our score after 1.
Ain't nobody open out here.
The Bengals bring out their punter now.
Baby.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return.
Oh, you got to get back to the outside.
On the return that time.
It's cool,
and it's Chiefs football.
It's cool.
1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now they try the right side here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they had a very nice productive day running
They don't know what's coming out here. Let's go.
Defensive line. They've been knocked around.
Get them moving. Get them moving around. Yes, sir. Get them moving around. Let's go.
Much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Best running game in the business.
Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
He has no clues out here what to do. He just don't know.
Mahomes now on first down. And that
he dropped it.
Incomplete. Try to give his
Come on, Tyreek. You got to hold on to that, Tank.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Uh-oh. Think a blitz coming. Think a blitz coming.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Gonna throw deep
Touchdown.
for the end zone. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Butker able to put this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing Jones.
Let me get that.
And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
All right, need to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, is really strong in the first half, especially the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
It's deep, man.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half.
They can't do nothing.
Sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them,
take 3,
don't
that's
get the
all
3rd
you
down
get.
in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. Kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. That's caught inside the 20. Way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 20 of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just
bombs over Baghdad, baby.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league
Let's
in points
go.
per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because
What's up,
they're
Ray?
back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Wow.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Airing one out for Boyd.
Give me that.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty?
Man, these things can't do nothing out here.
And the officials are instructed.
Hey, Tyree.
Contact coming from both sides.
Uh-oh.
No flag. They don't fight it out.
Let's go, Tyree.
Down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 62-yard punt return.
This is
as
what
his
you did
guys
to Marcus.
continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it?
This is what you did to Marcus.
It's going to work.
I bet not ever hear you say nothing that work about Matt.
Punt return for a touchdown.
Nothing.
It's like there's been a lot of crushers.
At
in
least
this
not
game.
to
This
me.
lead just gets bigger. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
I ain't none of that, man. We on. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, man.
What they're looking for now
We
is
on
more
top of
consistency.
everything,
Move
bruh.
the ball at least a few times
Ain't
on
none
offense,
of
get a
that
couple
shit
of
work.
first downs, and hopefully flip
None
the
of
field.
it.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones.
Enough is enough. We're not going for that.
Kevin
I don't know
King
who
with
you
the
think
pick.
you
And
playing
they're gonna
against.
set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Nigga. Let's go.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Oh, this is play you been trying to run on me, ain't it, cuz? That's how you execute it right there, Jack.
That's Hardman.
That's how you execute that right there, Jack.
This inside the 30. Give them 32 on the play.
Yes,
But
sir.
one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do, put a man thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing.
We giving out lessons out here, man.
Sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're
this
back.
Man
Just
School
change up the
101.
looks that he sees and make him
Giving
just a
out
little bit
lessons.
more hesitant.
Lesson 1, don't talk heavy to Mike-N-Ike.
Operating from the red zone now.
He ain't going for it.
That is caught for the touchdown.
Lesson 1.
Kansas City.
Lesson 1.
From 13 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Are you trying to run the ball again?
A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Oh, this not working. You better not be running either.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down.
Nothing.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
50, play. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I told this nigga, bro, franchise players are different.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure again.
Let me get that ball back, cuz.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
He can't do nothing out here. Everything on lock.
A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And past the 40.
This boy technician out here.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Boy, technician out here, man. I'm telling you, man.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This
Boy's a technician out here, man. I'm telling you, man.
Tyreek Hill, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a man
good pass, good pass.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones.
Thank you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got Fuller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hit me though.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
I'm too nice out here, man. I'm too nice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails
man, you still,
over the end
nigga,
line.
you still might sneak in the playoff. You better stay away from these Chiefs. Now, I'm going to tell you that, Pop.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. Just incomplete that time. He stopped at the 27-yard line.
Hey, everything you doing, my nigga, already seen before.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, Tyreek. What are they going to do?
Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Mahomes going to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Gets this one to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a handoff looking right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Oh, man, you ain't supposed to stop running the ball coming to you.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
Oh, Will Fuller, man. Come on, man.
That was 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Oh, that's
Dave. He doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something there's got to be casualties at times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pair their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27.
Oh!
Great blocking on the return. It springs in for 25. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
son. Yellow. Hey, it's our house. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Open man is here, and he's got it. Ooh, look at this.
Good
big
hit.
gain, but a fumble. And
Good
the
hit.
grab it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Jones now off the play fake. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Here's Jones. Off play action. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time
what up,
say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
I didn't know.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Room here to run. And so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for KC, and even 50 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just want...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Big homie couldn't get this.
And they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah,
hey.
That's an ancient relic. Faking it.
This how you keep a nigga quiet at work.
You fake it,
I ain't even got it.
But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to
did the
preserve.
same. It smelled terrible.
Let's put that team on the bus. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set a shot at the 40.